All you got?
What if you died, but came back with no memory of how it happened, and your body wasn't even human anymore? In episode 2 of Revival, the mystery around M's death spirals into something much darker and way more dangerous. She's not just a victim, she's a revivor now, and nothing can hurt her. Not pills, not knives, not even death. But if she didn't kill herself, then who did? Meanwhile, Dana's desperate search for answers leads to a chilling discovery. Someone close to M may know the truth. And then there's Blaine, the creepy stranger who talks like a prophet and may be linked to something demonic lurking beneath it all. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. This episode isn't just about resurrection, it's about obsession, trauma, and a hellish force that's just beginning to surface. Secrets are unraveling fast, and one thing is clear. Death was only the beginning. Let's dive deep into Revival Episode 2. Everything you missed, everything you need to know, and what that jaw-dropping ending really means. M tries to cope with being a reviver. The episode opens with M trying to navigate her new reality. Having discovered she is a reviver, the trauma of her rebirth begins to surface in haunting ways. She remembers waking up at Bull Falls and vomiting up a wedding ring, a ring she believes belongs to her ex-lover, Aaron. But how it ended up in her mouth is a complete mystery. M can't remember how she died, only that she must have passed away the night before. This gap in memory, this void, is what drives her downward spiral. She returns home confused and shaken. Her body feels different. The drugs she once used to dull her senses don't work anymore. No matter how many pills she takes, the high never comes. The painkillers are useless. The euphoria never arrives. Instead, M discovers that her body heals instantly. Deep cuts, broken glass, even a stab wound from a Swiss knife all vanish in seconds. She's not human anymore, at least not in the way she used to be. She's something else. Her confusion quickly turns into frustration. Without her usual coping mechanisms, M is forced to confront her emotional wounds. She lashes out, literally smashing her bathroom mirror. But again, nothing can hurt her, at least not physically. The psychological pain, though, that lingers.
What's going on?
Dana's determination to protect her sister. Meanwhile, Dana, still reeling from finding out her sister is among the revived, jumps into protector mode. She takes full responsibility for killing the aggressive reviver, Arlene, and tries to shield M from suspicion, but her responsibilities at the station are overwhelming. The reviver phenomenon is growing. The public is panicking and the police are stretched thin. Even with everything going on, Dana prioritizes M. She visits her apartment and is disturbed by what she finds: dark, moody artwork and a giant stash of pills. When Dana asks M where she got so many drugs, M admits she used to rely on pain clinics and shady backdoor connections. But after her resurrection, they stopped working, so she's been clean, though not by choice. Dana suspects M may have overdosed, but M's not convinced. She remembers getting high near the bridge where their mother died, but not enough to kill herself. M insists she didn't want to die. This adds a new layer to the mystery. If M didn't overdose, and she didn't jump from the bridge, then someone else must have been responsible for her death. The re-emergence of Arlene and a disturbing clue. Back at the station, chaos continues. The team had assumed Arlene, the powerful revivor M, fought at the barn, was dead after a brutal injury to her skull, but they were wrong. Arlene disappears from the morgue, her body regenerating rapidly, leaving behind a murdered guard. She's on the loose again. What's even more disturbing is how erratic her behavior becomes. Arlene wanders into a maternity ward where she calms down while cradling a newborn, only to flee the scene once she realizes the cops are on her trail. There's something deeply primal about her, as if something other than human instinct is driving her. This is when we're reintroduced to Blaine, an eerie, cryptic figure who seems deeply connected to the phenomenon. He appears with the baby, smiling, almost delighted by the chaos. He talks about Hell's Gates being opened, seemingly celebrating the return of the dead. His connection to the revivers remains unclear, but his interest is ominous. In fact, earlier in the episode, Dana's son Cooper runs into Blaine in the woods after hearing strange noises. The fact that Blaine has now been near both Cooper and a reviver suggests his role in this story is far bigger and far darker than we've seen so far.
Thinking anyway. taking your sister to a crime scene.
Oh.
I raised her with more sense than that.
M's past trauma and the emotional fallout. During her hunt for M, Dana opens up to Ibrahim about their shared past. M was born with osteogenesis imperfecta, a rare bone condition that left her fragile and often in pain. Medication ruled her childhood, and freedom was always out of reach. Her body broke easily, and her spirit slowly followed. The trauma didn't end there. 2 years ago, M, Dana, and their mother were in a car accident. M was driving. Their mother died, and M never forgave herself. Returning to the bridge was her way of trying to find peace, but it only made things worse. That weight, both emotional and physical, may have pushed M into dangerous territory. Dana believes her sister didn't just spiral on her own. She thinks someone took advantage of her vulnerability. Aaron and the missing wedding ring. One of the most intriguing threads in episode 2 is the mystery of Aaron and the wedding ring. M finds him at a bar, hoping he can help her make sense of her death. Aaron is now married, and his reaction to M is cold and distant. When M explains that she woke up with his ring in her mouth, Aaron shows her his hand. His ring is still on. M is shocked. Aaron explains that M had texted and called him after getting high on the night of December 19th. He feared she was about to tell his wife about their affair, so he blocked her. He never saw or spoke to her that night. M's assumption that she might have died after a tragic reunion with Aaron is proven wrong. This only worsens her mental state. She thought she was piecing her murder together, but the puzzle falls apart. Aaron doesn't have answers. Instead, he looks at her with pity, like everyone else. He assumes she overdosed, but M is sure that's not what happened. She can feel it.
What the hell? You just can't barge in like that.
I can because
The introduction of Rodie and M's escape. After leaving Aaron, M drifts into a bar where she starts a fight on purpose. Anything to feel something. During the altercation, a stranger comes to her aid. His name is Rodie, and like M, he's a revivor. He spotted her wounds healing and recognized the signs. Rodie is calm, gentle, and clearly intrigued by M's confusion. He invites her to his music show and offers to help her escape town. For M, this is a lifeline. She doesn't want Dana following her, doesn't want to be a mystery for someone else to solve. She just wants space, and maybe even purpose. With Rodie, there's a glimmer of that, a strange new future that doesn't revolve around trauma. Before leaving, she writes Dana a note, asking her to stop looking for her.
and nurses by the time she was 10.
Dana's investigation deepens, and a shocking hint emerges. Despite M's letter, Dana refuses to give up. She's determined to find out who killed her sister, if it truly was murder. Her instincts tell her the pills are key. There's no way M could afford that quantity of drugs unless she was dealing or being used by someone else. The first person who comes to mind? M's roommate, Kay Matherin. Kay was previously arrested for drug possession and might know more than she's saying. Dana confronts her and demands the truth. Kay explains that after her arrest, she and M mostly stayed clean, only occasionally smoking pot. But one night, M was particularly depressed, and Kay got her a little fix. Then Kay drops the episode's final bombshell. She thinks she knows who killed M. We don't get the name. We don't get the motive. But the cliffhanger makes it clear that M's death wasn't an accident or a suicide. Someone is hiding something, and that someone might be closer than Dana realizes.
Sounds like her superpower.
Our Nerdy Thoughts Revival Episode 2 ramps up the mystery while deepening the emotional core of the show. M's resurrection is no miracle. It's a curse she doesn't know how to live with. And as Dana digs deeper, it becomes clear that M didn't just stumble into death. She was pushed. With characters like Blaine lurking on the fringes and fellow revivers like Rodie stepping into the light, the series is building a mythos that blends small-town tragedy, supernatural horror, and human vulnerability. Episode 2 leaves us with one burning question: who killed M? But perhaps an even scarier question is why. Whatever the answer, one thing is certain: M's story is far from over, and the gates of hell, they may be wide open. Thanks for watching. If you're as hooked on Revival as we are, hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know your theories in the comments. Who do you think killed M? And what exactly is Blaine planning? We'll be back soon to break down Episode 3. Stay safe and don't trust anyone who comes back from the dead.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.